Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, so I've shown you how to create a Java application that interfaces with interactive brokers, TWS, with the ability to also push that data you retrieve from a particular asset and then push that into a Redis database. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. In another video, I've shown you how to do this in Netbeans, but Netbeans can be really over-engineered, and the difference between Netbeans and Eclipse, the IDEs for Java, can be kind of a big deal. But the difference is, for me at least, I can now create a Java, an executable or a runnable Java jar file for what I want about to show you with the Redis push. Okay. So let me just show you how this works. Let me just make sure I find. Okay, if you go into the Interactive Brokers Media site and just do a search for running the Java Test Client program with Eclipse, follow these instructions. They're very easy. You're going to get a little application that runs like this. I've done that. Let me show you. If you come under API demo, once you follow that, I think you can just do a run as Java application. I think it's this one, API demo. There you go, and you can do all your usual. But you gotta make sure. Again, you gotta make sure you got your TWS running. Make sure you've enable the ActiveX and socket clients. Remember, I'm running this in demo mode. Read-only API doesn't really matter. Allows connections from localhost only. Doesn't matter. Make sure that those are working. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to put in the localhost default port 7496. I can connect into it. I've shown this video probably 3 times. So you can see I'm now connected. So if I go get my market data, IEM, let's say, request market data. So you can see I can get historical data, real-time bars, market scanner, go, whatever. Okay, everything seems to be connected, right? So let me shut that down. So I've built my own little application. I've shown this application before. This guy, which what it will do is get the tutorial right here. Very similar, but I've also customized it to only retrieve lists, or sorry, push lists of these symbol euro and all this stuff into Redis. Okay. Now, when I run it in Eclipse, that can be done. Just go run as application. This is where it can kind of get wonky. This has happened before. I have to tear down my Eclipse, my Interactive Brokers TWS, blah 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 blah. Relaunch it. Now again, this is only from within Eclipse. Don't ask me why, but I'm going to next example. I'm going to show you how to create your own runnable or executable jar file, Java archive file. Okay, so we're going to log in again into the TWS. Demo uses a password, all lowercase, so let it load up. Again, each and every time, this sucks. You have to make sure that in your settings in the API that it's set to accept socket client, otherwise it won't work. You'll get a connection error, or in this case a connection reset. This kind of sucks, but I finally found out a way to get around that from within Eclipse and being able to create, as I said, runnable jar files. So let me just wait for this to load up. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. This kind of would help if it would be a little faster, but nothing I can do about it. I don't own and run Interactive Brokers TWS. I've also looked at the C POSIX or C++ POSIX. That is a no-go zone, no-go anywhere zone for me. I've tried various examples. You're just chasing down wrong path unless you're a C++ expert, which I'm not at this point, and nor do I really want to go down that path. Okay, so our TWS is running, TWS Trader Workstation. Again, it's still in demo mode, so we're going to go into classic mode. There's two modes, there's Mosaic, which is the newer, and then the classic. It would be nice. Christmas is coming soon. Okay, here we go. So again, we got to go back into what I just showed you. Classic mode, configure, API, settings, enable, because this is not clicked on default. Maybe there's a setting in there I can do that. But everything else stays the same, read only, whatever. Okay. Okay, so it's now ready to accept my execution for this app of the real-time data. This time I'm going to run it as an application. So tried before, and there you go. Everything's running. Okay. So you see it's pushing, retrieving the tick price, and pushing that again into Redis. Okay. So I'm going to stop this execution. Now, let me show you how to create a jar file. Now, if you come under, there's different packages here. This is a package, API demo. I created another package called IB TWS package. You can easily do that by just coming under new, picking off package, and then adding your file. In this case, real-time data file to that package. You can just copy right into it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are now going to export. And what we're going to try and do is under Java here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a jar file, but we're going to click on runnable jar file, okay? So we click on next, launch configuration, okay? Very important. You click on this real-time data to match it up with your file, your Java file in the proper package. So that's the one we want. Then we're going to extract. Okay, so we're going to browse to where we want it to be created in. In my case, I just put under the project of the Eclipse and the workspace. Come under my user workspace. In my case, I've named the project IB Redis, and then we just want to put under default of bin, and then here under IB TWS Redis, and that's where we can create it. I'm not going to actually create it. You just put in your file name and you'll finish, and I'll create that Java jar file. So in your terminal, you'll see that it's created right there. So how do you run it? Very simply, Java jar IB TWS jar. Okay, you can see now it's working right on the command line in a terminal session. Now it's still working, no problem. Okay. The nice thing is I can relaunch it and not worry about reconnecting into the TWS like I had before. So hopefully that will fix any of the problems. With that, we've also now got a command line that we can just run right from the terminal to this program that will push data into the Redis server. And now we can launch our C program to retrieve this live data from TWS. Okay? Hopefully that'll help you out. If you want the source code and all that, it's already available on my blog, or sorry, on my membership section, but maybe I might put this whole Eclipse project on my for my members. Alright? Hopefully I'll help you out. Talk to you later.